Hello everyone, my name is Rich Keener. I'm the Village Manager for the Village of Villa Park. And today's one of my segments where I'll be talking about a formal agenda on Monday night's board meeting. So for today's segment, I'll be talking about the March 22nd, 2021 formal board meetings agenda. So let's start. So number one is the call to order. It's the roll call. Number two would be the Pledge of Allegiance. Number three is public comments on agenda items. And folks, that's the appropriate time for anyone in the audience to come to the podium and comment on items that are on the formal agenda for that evening. Number four is amendments to the agenda. And folks, that's the appropriate time for the president or board of trustees to revise the formal agenda for that evening. So moving on, we have five. We have proclamations and promotions and appointments. So we have 5A. We have the Arbor Day proclamation. And Arbor Day this year is going to be April 30th, 2021. We have 5B, which is Chief of Police Rivas, introduction of staff promotions within the Villa Park Police Department. And we have 5C, which is Village Board appointment of Joseph D'Antinonis to the Villa Park Historical Preservation Commission for a term of March 22nd, 21 through April 30th, 2023. So moving on, we have number 6 for Monday night, March 22nd. 6 is our consent agenda. We have 6A, which is minutes from the board meeting held on March 8th, 2021. We have 6B, bill listings for the weeks of March 8th, 2021 and March 15th, 2021 in the total amount of $916,325.30. So folks, moving on, we have number 7, which is our first reading on ordinances to be codified. So we do have 7A, which is an ordinance of the Village of Villa Park, Dupage County, Illinois, amending the village code regarding membership of the Historical Preservation Commission. So folks, the background of this particular item includes the Historical Preservation Commission's intent and purpose is to advise the village president and the board of trustees on matters relating to the preservation of areas, sites, buildings, structures, monuments, memorabilia, works of art, and other objects having a special historical, community, or aesthetic interest, value, or significance to the village. This commission currently consists of 5 members, including the chairperson. Due to difficulty finding volunteers to fill commissioner memberships, the Historical Preservation Commission is requesting to reduce the commission's membership from 5 to 3 members. This reduction will make it easier to obtain a member quorum, which is needed to conduct commission business. So folks, our Historical Preservation Commission is requesting to reduce its membership from 5 to 3 members, and by doing so, it's easier to have a quorum to conduct membership business. And so having a 3-person membership, if you have 2 individuals that are on the board, you can conduct business of the commission. So 2 out of the 3 would make a quorum. So moving on to number 8 for Monday night, which is our ordinance section. We have 8A, which is an ordinance of the Village of Villa Park, Dupage County, Illinois, approving a license agreement by and between the Village of Villa Park and Prairie Brew LLC, and their tenant is Standard Meadery. So folks, the background of this particular item includes Standard Meadery, located at 11 West Park Boulevard, is anticipating the continuing easing of service restrictions as the vaccine rollout progresses. In addition to welcoming patrons to its tap room again, Standard Meadery would like to provide outdoor seating on the sidewalk in front of its building. The proposed layout meets ADA requirements. Staff recommends approval of the license agreement. So folks, Standard Meadery, located at 11 West Park Boulevard, would like to place some chairs and tables and some very nice fencing on the public sidewalk in front of their business so folks can sit and relax and visit their business, which is Standard Meadery. And their proposed layout meets ADA requirements. In other words, the sidewalk in front of their business is about 10 feet wide. And so as long as we have 4 to 5 feet of sidewalk so folks can get by, it meets ADA requirements. So and staff recommends approval of the license agreement. So it's be a nice addition to their business. So moving forward for Monday night, March 22nd, we have number 9, which is our resolution section. We have 9A, which is a resolution of the Village of Villa Park, Dupage County, Illinois, approving an intergovernmental agreement between the Village of Villa Park and the Salt Creek Sanitary District for the use of water meter reading software and information. So folks, the background of this particular item includes the village completed installation of the Census FlexNet software in 2020. This agreement will allow the Salt Creek Sanitary District, also known as SCSD, with access to the village's Census FlexNet water meter reading software and to share water usage information for the district's billing purposes. With this agreement, the district will compensate the village for their use of the software and information over a period of 5 years with a 1.3% annual increase. These funds will be deposited into Water Fund 082-4128 and Wastewater Fund 083-4128. Staff recommends approval of the intergovernmental agreement with Salt Creek Sanitary District for the use of water meter software and information. So folks, just as I read, the village installed water meter reading software in 2020, and Salt Creek Sanitary District would like to use that software to monitor water usage, sewer usage, and for the billing purposes. So for doing that, this agreement would allow them to use the software and us to share the information, and then they would make payments over a 5-year period with a 1.3% annual increase. And then after the 5-year period, then we'll extend the intergovernmental agreement for future years as well, so that they continue to pay something to use the software and obtain the information. So moving on, for Monday night, we have 8B, which is a resolution of the Village of Villa Park, Dupage County, Illinois, approving an engineering services agreement with Engineering Enterprises, Inc. of Sugar Grove, Illinois, for Phase 3 construction engineering of the Harvard Avenue Improvement Project, which goes from Jefferson Park to Plymouth Street, in an amount not to exceed $132,021. So folks, the background on this particular item includes that the Harvard Avenue Improvement Project from Jefferson Park to Plymouth Street was advertised for bids on November 14th, 2020, and bids were opened on December 15th, 2020. The scope of work includes roadway reconstruction, water main installation, adjustment of drainage structures, sidewalk removal and replacement, parkway restoration, and other related and incidental work efforts. This resolution will approve a contract with Engineering Enterprises, Inc. of Sugar Grove, Illinois, for Phase 3 engineering, which includes pre-construction coordination, shop drawing review, construction observation and documentation, survey verification, inspection of traffic control and erosion control, measurement and computation of pay items, preparation of pay estimates, and preparation of record drawings. Funding for this agreement will be from Street Improvement Referendum Stormwater, Water Supply, and Wastewater funds. So folks, this is the Phase 3 Oversight for the Harvard Avenue Improvement Project. And if you remember, on the last board meeting, we approved the Harvard Improvement Project. So this is the Phase 3 construction oversight. So it'll be an engineering individual on site witnessing the reconstruction and computation of the quantities used for the materials, things of that nature. So moving on to 9C for Monday night, March 22nd, is a resolution of the Village of Villa Park, Dupage County, Illinois, authorizing a software license agreement with Environmental Systems Research Institute, Inc. of Redlands, California for a 3-year term at an annual cost not to exceed $27,500. And so, folks, the background of this particular item is that the village has an existing agreement with Environmental Systems Research Institute, Inc., also known as ESRI, of Redlands, California, for Geographic Information System, and that's also known as GIS, software licensing and support. The current agreement between the village and ESRI was approved in March of 2018 for a 3-year term that is up for renewal on March 30th, 2021. Over the last several years, the village's use of GIS has increased significantly. In response to the increasing use, staff recommends entering into an expanded licensing agreement that would meet the village's growing needs. ESRI has submitted a proposal for a term software license under its small municipality and county government enterprise agreement model for a 3-year term and an annual cost not to exceed $27,500. Costs associated with this purchase will be taken from accounts Village Manager IT Other Contractual Services, which is 10-512-01299, Water Other Contractual Services, which is 82-502-01299, and Wastewater Other Contractual Services, which is 83-502-01299, and Park and Recreation Other Contractual Services, 36-502-01299. So folks, ESRI supplies our GIS software licensing and support, and we use the GIS software for many things, for location of water valves, water turn-off valves and folks' driveway or in the sidewalks, location of sewer mains, water mains, fire hydrants, all sorts of different things. And so over the years we've become reliant and have expanded our use of the GIS software to make more accurate maps and things of that nature. So moving on for Monday, March 22nd, we're going to 9D, which is a resolution of the Village of Villa Park, Dupage County, Illinois, approving the fees for the village's swimming pool for the 2021 season. So folks, the background on this particular item includes the village uses pool pass rates and daily admission charges, which are established annually by village resolution, so that the 2021 pool passes can go on sale in May and advertised in April. The pool rates must be established in March. Because the minimum wage increased substantially in 2019, staff recommends, and the Parks and Recreation Advisory Commission unanimously agreed with a fee increase of 10% for season passes and a $1 increase for daily admissions. These increases were recommended for the 2020 pool season, but due to the pool being closed as a result of the COVID pandemic, this recommendation is carried over from 2020. So folks, on an annual basis, the village board approves the pool pass rates and daily admission charges for our pool. And so this year it's proposed to be a 10% increase for season passes and a $1 increase for daily admissions. And of course, due to the COVID pandemic, we'll be very careful on how we prepare and open and operate our swimming pool this year. And hopefully, as time progresses more towards Memorial Day and June 1st, more folks will receive vaccinations and things of that nature, so it'll reduce the concerns of opening the swimming pool and operating it throughout the season. So folks, moving on to 9E for Monday night, we have a resolution of the Village of Villa Park, Dupage County, Illinois, waiving the bidding process and approving the purchase of 2 LifePak 15 V4 heart monitor defibrillators and related service agreements for the Villa Park Fire Department. So folks, the background of this particular item is that the Villa Park Fire Department has been entrusted to protect the lives and citizens of the village. For this to happen, firefighters and paramedics must have the appropriate cardiac monitor defibrillators and must be trained on the devices as well. So in 2012, the village purchased 2 LifePak 15 V1 heart monitor defibrillators. This equipment has reached the end of its useful life and needs to be replaced. The Villa Park Fire Department is recommending the purchase of 2 LifePak 15 V4 heart monitor defibrillators. Purchasing these LifePak heart monitor defibrillators will ensure both first response ambulance have the same equipment, so operations run smoothly when a crisis occurs. The 2 2012 LifePak 15 V1 heart monitor defibrillators will be traded in to reduce the cost of the equipment purchase. The $69,588 cost associated with this purchase will be taken from Equipment Replacement Fund account 65-502-0241. So folks, the fire department would like to replace 2 LifePak 15 V1 heart monitor defibrillators as they've reached the end of their useful life, and so the proposal is to buy 2 LifePak 15 V4 heart monitor defibrillators at a cost of $69,588. So moving on from Monday night, March 22nd, we have 10 on our agenda, which is public comments on non-agenda items. And folks, that's the appropriate time for anyone in the audience to come to the podium and comment on items that are not on the agenda for that night. Number 11 is the village clerk's report. Number 12 is the village trustees report. Number 13 is the village president's report. Number 14 is my report, the village manager's report. And number 15 is executive session. And so folks, we're going to go into executive session, but we do not have any action items after executive session. So number 15 is executive session. We have 15A, which is pursuant to the general provisions of the Open Meetings Act. We have A, which is 5 ILCS 120/2 C1 personnel matters. We have C2 collective bargaining matters. We have C5 purchase or lease of property. We have C6 sale or lease of property. We have C11 pending litigation. And then we have C21 discussion of closed session minutes. And again, folks, we don't have any action items from executive closed session, so 16 is adjournment. So if you have some free time, come in person Monday night, March 22nd at 7 o'clock here at Village Hall and kind of listen and participate in some of the agenda items, or you can view it from home on our 2 cable channels, AT&T and Comcast, or you can also view it live stream from our YouTube channel. So hope you're safe and healthy and enjoying the nice weather we're about to have last couple of days and going into the future. Again, my name is Rich Keener, and it's my honor to be your village manager for the Village of Villa Park. Take care.